Welcome in to another edition of the Cavalier Connection. I'm Jeff, joined by Jay. How you doing tonight, Jay?
Doing fantastic, Jeff. How about yourself?
Doing good, doing good. It's been a little while. It feels like a long time since we've been on the air together. It's been, what about a week or so? I guess last
Uh,
week. It was
yeah,
only
we
a Thursday,
something
Tuesday,
like that. It was
Wednesday.
after Pollard, and
That's right.
now we've gotten a lot of transfers into the
Oh yeah.
baseball team since we last talked, or at least a handful anyway. Some
Yep.
high-profile
Yep.
guys.
Yep. Yeah. The number one guy in the transfer portal.
Yeah, Gracia.
Yeah.
That's the guy I talked about him last week. The center fielder. He's a projected top 10 pick in the draft next year.
All right. Before we get to that, I do want to talk about a place every true who knows about, and that's Mincer's. Whether you're on the corner in Charlottesville, at the Stonefield Shopping Center, or browsing Mincer's.com, Mincer's is your one-stop shop for officially licensed UVA gear. Jay, we can't miss out on those orange tag sales. That means big savings on some of the best Virginia merch around. And hey, if you need proof that Mincer's is the real deal, Jay, I know you saw this. Coach Ryan Odom made one of his first stops was over at Mincer's when he
Oh yeah.
arrived in Charlottesville.
Yep.
Also, if you hadn't seen it, there's a picture floating around of when New Hoops commit Malik Thomas from basketball when he took his visit to Charlottesville. He was spotted with a Mincer's bag in his hand. So he's done some
No
shopping.
surprise at all, Jeff. No surprise at all.
I know. I'm just speaking, I'm just speaking the truths here. So if it's good enough for the coaches, it's good enough for the players, it's good enough for you. Swing by the corner, Stonefield Shopping Center, or head over to Mincers.com today and gear up like a true Wahoo. So we teased this one last week that we were going to have C.J. Spence on. And so I don't even know what day I did it. Oh, last Wednesday, I was able to interview C.J. Spence, corner out of Kempsville High School. He's played at a few spots, and so I did want to play that interview for you guys to just another get for Coach Elliot. And so we're going to play that one for you right now. Hey, so today I'm getting the pleasure to talk to another one of Coach Elliott's 2025 recruits. I want to welcome in defensive back Chris or CJ. Which way would you rather go by?
CJ.
CJ Spence out of 757's Kempsville High School. Welcome to the program, CJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate your time. First off, congrats on committing to Virginia. And so normally, I know I mentioned to you earlier, all three of us are on the podcast, but all of us are 757 guys too. So I've got to ask, what's it been like playing football in the 757, and how do you think it prepared you for the next level?
Honestly, I liked it a lot because I grew up down here, so I had a lot of friends, so it was a lot of rivalry going on, and the competition. It was cool. But I also played football out of state too, though.
Okay, yeah, I thought I'd seen that.
Yeah, my 11th grade year, I went to Mount Zion. That was up in Maryland, and that was a national program. So we was playing teams all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that competition level, I feel like that really got me ready too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that got me right.
You played at Oscar Smith too, didn't you?
Yeah, my 9th grade year.
Okay. That's actually so my kids go to Western Branch, so we didn't have much success against you guys over the last quite a bit of years, but
that year we was dominant. That was a crazy year.
I just remember going to the football games, and when I'd see the Oscar Smith team, I'm like, dang, that looks like a bunch of grown men out there.
Some dogs for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I believe you were Coach Elliott's first commitment on the defensive side for the 2025 class. What was it about Coach Elliott that made you feel like Charlottesville was the right place for you?
He's just a good guy all around. The way he talked to you, the way he explained everything, it just seemed great. It seemed amazing. Then when I came to official visit, that was like really like the nail everything because it really showed the players like talked to him. Everything that he said was making sense to me.
That's cool. I know I was going to ask you what made UVA stand out. I know you had offers from a lot of big time schools: Florida State, Duke, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, West Virginia, Virginia Tech, and I'm probably missing some. Was it Coach Elliot or anything else that stood out from the other schools?
Nah, I said it was Coach Elliot, and then Coach Cox. He a cool guy too. I rock with Coach Cox hard. That's my dog for sure. Coach Cox and Coach Elliot, I get on that. It was good.
Yeah, everything we hear about, and every time we've interacted a little bit with Coach Elliott, such a great person he seems to be, and always we find out when moms get to meet Coach Elliott, they always tell their kids that's where you need to go.
Yeah, he definitely got my mom for sure.
So I'm sure when you went, you took a look at the football facility. What were your thoughts on that, and how does it compare to maybe some of the other schools you visited during your recruitment?
It was nice because when I first got there, it wasn't built at all. Like It was like in the building process, and then like this year, I think they just finished it, and the inside facility is amazing. The outside, I love the grass out there. The outside facility good. It just look good to me. But I mean, compared to other ones, it's the same to me. It's a football field.
There you go. Yeah. How would you describe as your playing style as a defensive back?
I feel like I'm more aggressive. Like I like to tackle a lot, so I feel like I'm more of a physical. I like to jam. I'm into action, so I don't know.
You're locked down, aren't you? You're gonna lock them down.
Yeah,
lockdown corner. We need some lockdown corners in Charlottesville
for sure.
So you feel like what's your biggest strength on the field?
I feel like my knowledge, cause I can play, like my attributes are good, but I really feel like it's my mental, cause I know a lot. I used to play quarterback, so I can read an offense pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I know quite a little bit, but Coach Cox and everything I don't know, I feel like Coach Cox and they're gonna help me learn more and more, and I'm gonna just get even better.
That's awesome. So how do you see yourself fitting into the UVA defense, and have the coaches discussed a specific role for you early on?
They said pretty much wherever I get in, we run like a nickel package. There's 5 DBs on the field, so I could play nickel, safety, corner. They really say it's whatever I feel comfortable at.
Okay. Is there a particular defensive back in college or the NFL that you kind of model your game after, or you like to watch?
I used to say Xavier Rhodes, corner, tall corner, number 29 for Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to play that time.
Okay. So when is it you're moving up to Charlottesville?
Actually this Sunday.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Have you started building any connections with any of the guys on the team yet? Or do you know who
Dre Walker, that's my dog. Dre,
who's that?
Number 1.
Oh, okay.
Dre.
Yeah. Do you know who your roommate's going to be?
Evan Ward, I think. That's who I recommended. I don't know if that's who they're going to give me, but that's who I recommended.
I got you. So you'll find out, I guess, this weekend. That's cool. What are some things you enjoy doing outside of football?
Playing the game, chilling with the guys. I play basketball. I used to play for the team, but now I just play it for fun.
Okay.
I like playing basketball.
Yeah.
And I try to cook here and now and then.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Whip it up.
I know you said playing the game. So how's it feel? I'm guessing you played the
NCAA. Yeah, now we in the game.
You're gonna be in the game.
That is definitely crazy to really think that. I don't got to create no player no more. I'm actually in the game.
That's right. What do you think your initial rating should be?
I don't know. They already know realistically they're going to give me something low, but at least give me like a 70, 75. Give me something.
Something to build from.
Yeah. But they're going to see by the end of the season.
That's right.
High 80.
There you go. When the updates happen.
Facts.
Yep. Do you have a favorite NFL team? Are you a Viking fan?
Nah, I'm a Commanders fan all the way. Yeah, JD5 and them boys. We're going to the bowl this year.
That's right. I hope you're right. That's our team as well. So
for
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Who were some of your biggest influences growing up, both on and off the field?
My mom, Coach Red, they like mentors to me. You know, they kept me on the right track, on the right path, kept me out of trouble, focused on football. Coach Cherry, he a good mentor. That's my head coach. Let me think, who else? My grandma, my granddad, you know, family, all my family, they always kept me on the right path. My friends, all that.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
And so I know you were recruited by Virginia Tech, and so I'm sure you know of the UVA Virginia Tech rivalry.
Yeah,
You're familiar how much that game means to the community, and how excited
yeah.
are you to be a part of it?
Yeah, I got multiple friends that play with Virginia Tech.
Okay.
And we talk about that game a lot. I'm already getting into the little rivalry. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't even explain how happy I am to be a part of that. I'm ready to play right now.
Yeah. So we host them this
actually my trainer, Birdspeed. He actually a big Hokies fan.
Okay.
He tell me all the time we ain't friends that day.
Oh, man.
I bet we gonna see.
There you go. Yeah, we host them this year. We really need to beat them. It's been a rough go for us.
They got us last year. It ain't gonna happen this year though.
I like to hear it. So last question. Do you have any message for Wahoo Nation?
Shoot, go Hoos.
Go Hoos.
Taking over this year. Go Hoos.
There you go. I've got a good feeling for this season. So
yes, sir.
We'll see. What's that?
I said this the one.
That's right. Well, CJ, I want to thank you for your time.
Yes,
and I wish you good luck on your move to Charlottesville and good luck in the season. And hopefully we'll run into you at a game this season.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully post game after a big win.
Facts.
There you go. Well, thank you so much. Have a great afternoon. Oh, we're back. So that was my interview last week with C.J. Spence. And I know he got some good experience at that Mount Zion school, national games. So he's playing some big time games for sure.
He was a big time get for Coach Elliot.
He was.
For a multitude of reasons. I think, the 757 is, it's widely known. We haven't had a whole lot of success recruiting that very talent rich area in a very long time, really since Welsh. I mean, we've had some kids, that came out, but overwhelmingly we have lost them to the Virginia Techs, the Penn States, the Floridas. And so, you hope that you're getting a guy who will come in and contribute early, hopefully. But I liked, it seemed like he had a good amount of swag. Corner, you got to have swag if you're going to play corner.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tough position and short memories and a lot of confidence. And he looked like he had a lot of both. And, for as far as being able to just, he had a good energy about him. And I liked how he's looking at the Virginia Tech rivalry, understands how important that game is. And, everybody we've talked to, that's one thing I'm excited about for this year, Jeff, is when you turn the roster over, this roster really doesn't know outside. They don't know as in they haven't been a part of that game. So they haven't felt that defeat like some of the, the previous teams where the majority of the team came back. You feel like, oh, here we go again. But with this team, I mean, it's literally, some linemen here and there, Cam, there's some guys that have played in it, but overwhelmingly it's a turned over roster. And, I think that's a good thing for that rivalry.
Yeah, I agree. And when he was talking about the video game, it's just funny when he said, we know how back in the day on Madness, EA Sports, it's in the game. And he's like, we in the game. That's what he sounded like. But I know it'd be cool to be in a dang game without having to create yourself like that.
Yeah.
Excited to get him on board. And so he's moved in now. So when I did the interview, he was moving in on Sunday. So He's on campus. Coach Elliot won his mom over as well, just like everybody else. So we just need Coach Elliott to meet moms first, and then we go to the players. If it's somebody he wants.
Coach Elliott, he catches a lot of heat from just a side of the fan base. I don't even know how large of a percentage it is. I mean, I think it's a pretty decent percentage. But the man deserves a lot of credit because he connects with all these recruits. Even the ones that don't come here don't have a bad thing to say about Coach Elliott. And, you know, it's one of them things where, like, sometimes bigger than football. Of course, wins and losses, as he would tell you, wins and losses are what matter. But, you know, it's good to know that, you know, you have a great ambassador for the program.
Yep. Yeah. So thanks to CJ for coming on and doing that interview for us. Excited to get him on board. Tomorrow we've got an exciting interview with newly committed today receiver Josiah. Was it Josiah Teasley? Josiah Teasley. So
big receiver. I think I saw 6'4", 190, 3-star, another Virginia kid, which we love to see.
6'5", 190.
6'5", 190, even bigger. So, and you know, he's not fully grown yet. So, I mean, you know, it could be a, you know, Herman Moore type guy, you know.
Go get the ball.
Yeah, just throw it up and go get it. But, yeah, excited to talk to him. And I'm sure we're going to hear some of the similar attributes that he's going to mention of Coach Elliott. And, but yeah, it's always, you know, we're adding these 26 kids now. We've had some other recruits that have signed on, or not signed, but have committed. And, you know, we try to get as many of them as we can. So it'll be good to talk to Josiah and see what drew him to the university.
Yep. And then hopefully here soon, we're going to get a Ritter announcement.
Yeah, that would be huge. I mean, I think if we get him, you know, I'll be giddy. I think the roster with him is easily a ranked roster for the majority of the year. Top 10 potential. You know, once you get into that realm of ranking, you know, you could probably throw most of them in a hat. But I think Virginia's going to be as good as anybody if they get him with what they've got. Now, the challenge will be, which is a challenge that a lot of coaches are going to face, is can you mold all of this individual talent that you've acquired into a functional team that can, you know, execute and run as a team. And this is where, you know, nobody would say it's a good thing Bennett left, but like, you really couldn't do this with the pack line.
No.
So by not running that pack line now, you know, you feel like you have a better chance to mold a roster that can compete right away.
I've seen a couple, you know, 2 early top 25 polls that have us in it, minus the Ritter. So you added the Ritter, and Virginia Tech added a guy yesterday, I think it was, from overseas. So that should make for some interesting play.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought all I could think was, okay, his decision came down. Now, you know, obviously they're going through these Europeans case by case, and Ritter's 22 years old. So how much? I don't think it's a matter of if he'll be eligible. I think the question that they're probably determining, and it's probably, you know, the more, I guess, debatable question is how much eligibility should he have? Should he come over as a senior, you know, with 1 year left? Should he come over with 2 years left? I'm thinking that he'll get 2 years, but we'll see.
Exciting time at UVA, football, basketball, and baseball. It's crazy. You tell me Bennett retired. You tell me that Oak is gone, and then you tell me after football last year, but then there's the donation and all that. Like, it's actually it's not a bad time.
Yeah.
UVA sports it looked like it could have been on the downs, but and like Coach Odom, he's recruiting the heck out of these high school kids. I mean, Virginia's named with. I feel like I feel like we have better shots at getting some of these guys than we had before because they didn't. Some of these big time players didn't want to go play for that style that Bennett played. Whether it's going to result on the floor in us winning, is to be seen. There was the number one. I want to say the number one big man in the country got an offer from Virginia today. From Odom. Number one big man, ranked number 4 nationally overall. And I can't say the name all of a sudden, but I just seen, he got an offer from Virginia today. So,
well, Jeff, I don't know if you saw, but we also had a 5-star receiver in the house. I'm assuming it was on official this weekend. I saw pictures. I can't.
I didn't even see it.
But I mean, how many 5-star skill position players has Virginia brought in the last 30 years? I mean, honestly,
I think
skill position. I can't. I don't know.
I think Arch Manning took a look.
He did.
He did. He definitely did. I mean, I'm laughing about
Eli. I think Eli and Peyton took looks too. But
no, there's the documentary on ESPN's 30 for 30, and I don't remember if it's on their brother, but where Peyton's wearing a Virginia shirt.
Yeah, and one of them's wife went to Virginia.
Yeah,
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah,
but I know Eli's final 2 were Ole Miss and Virginia.
Yeah,
so it came down. That's a trajectory changing recruit right there.
Who's coaching Virginia when Eli? That would have been. That would have been early. Would that have been
Grow?
Al Grow? I'm thinking Grow.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think we're about to be in some good times. And if it, I really hope football has a good year. I think they will. I really hope they do, because I'm afraid of what happens if they don't.
I hope they do too.
I don't want to see what I know will be the inevitable. It's just you're gonna be tearing it down to the nubs again, and then you can rebuild quick. But I'd much rather rebuild quick with Coach Elliot and just rebuild yearly with him.
And football is even harder to do a quick rebuild. There's so many players.
Yeah.
But
you got to hit on some guys. I mean, for sure, you got to hit. And with being Virginia, you're not always pulling in the guys that are, we got some guys this year. The kid from Alabama. I mean, Ohio State, Notre Dame. We got some of those guys this year, but you're not going to do that every year.
Right.
And so it's important that we win this year, and we have the schedule to do it. I think we have the players to do it. And, this one is the first year where I think it's like, all right, coach, this one's on you. Whatever happens, you can talk away the other years because of first year, Bronco leaving, the tragedy happening, and then the second year, the tragedy and everything. You get to, even getting into the third year, but this is the first year where, I feel like, okay, you've got to really show us something here.
Yep. And I'll be going out of town on Thursday, and I will be making my bet in the over for Virginia football. So it's more important for my financial pocket if Virginia has a good year.
There you go.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up for this one. Once again, thanks to C.J. Spence for his time. And we're looking forward to seeing him. And also, big interview upcoming. We'll be doing that one tomorrow and probably releasing that one on Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday? What's tomorrow?
Something like that. Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Maybe Wednesday.
So we'll probably release it the following day. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you hit the the like button on our YouTube channel. Go to the Cavalier Connection.
354, Jeff.
Okay. Oh, hey, and last episode we asked to get to 2,000, and the listeners have done it on the X.
Yeah.
We dropped down to 1997 and then jumped over to 2,000 mark. We appreciate it.
Yep.
But if you go to the CavalierConnection.com, there's a link to every platform we're on. So easy for you. You can just click it, follow, click it, follow, click it, follow, click it, like. And then you've done a service to the Cavalier Connection. For good or for bad, I don't know.
Created a little bit of talk on the top 10 moments of the 24-25 year. If you haven't read that article, go check that out. That's what I said to everybody that had differing opinions. Well, that's the good fun part about a list, is that your list and my list probably aren't the same. No matter who we talk to, probably nobody going to go 10-1.
The one article I'm not looking forward to seeing come out, I'm sure somebody's getting ready to write it, is top 10 UVA podcast out there. We might get our feelings hurt. But we're trying, folks. We appreciate your time. Have a great afternoon, evening, whenever you watch this, and go Hoos.